Meeting at Night stands as a poetic masterpiece by the esteemed Victorian poet Robert Browning, renowned for his enduring influence on literature. Browning's work garnered widespread admiration during his lifetime, spawning dedicated reading societies even while he still breathed, an exceptional feat indicative of his poetic prowess. Even today, Browning remains a staple in literary circles, revered for his sophisticated and sometimes challenging style that invites meticulous analysis. Originally published in 1845 within the collection Dramatic Romances and Lyrics under the title Night, this particular poem was paired with another titled Morning. However, in 1849, the poems were separated, with this one rechristened Meeting at Night. Spanning only 2 succinct stanzas, it narrates the clandestine rendezvous of 2 lovers. Despite its brevity, the poem wields significant emotive power, skillfully leveraging both inclusion and omission within its constrained narrative. Utilizing the ABCCBA deft rhyme scheme, Browning plunges the reader into the scene, presumably from the perspective of the narrator within a rowboat. The imagery paints a picture of the nighttime landscape, with the sea stretching into the darkness and a luminous moon casting its glow upon the waves. The description of the awakened waves, likened to fiery ringlets, evokes the clandestine nature of the rendezvous, amplifying the sense of urgency and secrecy. As the narrator navigates the boat to a secluded cove, the act of slowing its speed and grounding it in the sand is described as quenching the speed. Browning's choice of phrase carries nuanced implications, suggesting a satiation of desire akin to quenching a deep thirst. These sensory details infuse the atmosphere with a palpable sensuality, heightening the tension and urgency of the moment, despite the outward focus on the speaker's surrounding. In the concluding stanza, the speaker details the expanse of land they traverse, a mile of warm, sea-scented beach, hinting at a spring or summer setting, followed by 3 fields to cross before reaching a farmhouse. Suddenly, the focus shifts to the description of a tapped windowpane and the striking of a matchstick within the house. Although no direct speech is quoted, a hushed voice is discernible, quieter than the synchronized heartbeat of the reunited couple. The stanza unfolds like a succession of snapshots: beach, fields, farmhouse, window, match, and the lover's embrace. This rapid sequence imbues the narrative with a sense of urgency and motion. The final line, implying an embrace with hearts beating each to each, reframes the urgency depicted throughout the poem. It underscores the theme of a journey undertaken to reunite with a beloved, emphasizing the emotional connection over social circumstances. Browning deliberately avoids gendered language, focusing instead on the visceral emotions shared by the lovers. The nocturnal setting hints at the clandestine nature of their meeting, evoking a sense of secrecy and possibly societal disapproval. However, Browning leaves these implications unnamed, allowing for interpretation. Though the poem never explicitly confirms the lovers' identities, its sensual imagery and thematic elements strongly suggest a romantic encounter. This ambiguity, rich with implied meaning, contributes to the poem's enduring appeal and accessibility. It is widely believed that Browning drew inspiration from his courtship of fellow poet Elizabeth Barrett, adding a layer of personal significance to the work. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.